At ngayon naman po ay para na sa Vocation o ang programang tinatawag natin na Vocation Promotion na walang iba pong magbibigay kundi si Sister Aida. Magpapakilala po siya ng kanyang sarili.
Good day po sa lahat. Ako po Tarlac, Pampangan po. Yung pagbati po sa Kapampangan is Maya Paabak. Hindi po Ebak, kundi Abak. Maya Paabak. So, yours truly is Sister Aida Pangilinan from Tarlac City. I am the 15th child of Pedro and Abundia of the 16 children they had. See? So, I am 24 years old when I entered the institute. I am 24 years old and I entered the institute way back 1984. Today po, I just renewed the 30 years of my religious consecration as perpetually professed sister. Since 1994, I am involved in the vocation accompaniment of young people. And would you believe po, the first young ladies I met and who entered the MCST Institute will now celebrate their silver jubilee as religious professed.
Talagang.
So, anyway, as you have heard po, and as you have heard and seen some of our sisters singing and sharing the history of the Institute and their vocation and how to be and a part of the MCST family, siguro I will just give you some or few points that all of us can reflect on. We all believe that the family is the seedbed of vocation or any calling from God. The MCST Institute is inviting young people to see more closely and clearly of God's invitation, be it in married life, single blessedness, to priesthood, and to religious life. This can be understood more clearly if we open ourselves to the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, just like what the apostles did during their time and those who are following God's way until now. Look, we can prepare and do many programs and all the means of implementation, the means to implement them, be it in the social media, one-on-one, face-to-face, and so many other means. But in the end, it is God who inspires and initiates a particular person to respond to God's invitation. Dear viewers and listeners, we invite you to unite ourselves in praying for workers in God's vineyard. For it is Jesus himself who said, "The harvest is too great, but the laborers are few." Especially now that the world offers many options that seemingly satisfies one's life. But remember, satisfaction or contentment is different from true happiness that leads us to true peace and joy. Now, for the MCST Institute, we have the program of promoting vocation and accompaniment to young people, like a series of search-ins. Example, first is vocation in general and call to holiness. Then the second is call to discipleship. The third is discernment process. And then decision making. All of these are a series of search-in. And then we also have our vocation jamboree once a year here in the compound. It's only now that during this pandemic that no jamboree was held. During vocation jamborees po, here, usually the participants respond to a particular calling. But as I shared with you a while ago, it is God who makes and thus the initiative. Inspiring young people to respond to such vocation. But what is important now is that we have to use our tuhod. What is tuhod? In English is knees. Ibig sabihin po, luluhod ka talaga. We have to use our tuhod or knees, asking God to send more laborers to His vineyard. And finally po, we thank God for all that has been done. Our gratitude also to you, our dear viewers and listeners who are watching, who are listening, and all of us following, serving and loving God. Thank God for all this. So finally po, as you have heard, some of our sisters inviting some young ladies. For more information, just visit our FB account, NCST Tayabas. Our FB account is NCST Tayabas. Or I can also give you my contact number if you want to call me personally. You just call me. My number is 0922-357-1323. Ulitin ko po, 0922-357-1323. Salamat guyod. Salamat gid.
Gid. So thank you very much, Sister Aida. Okay, bye-bye po. Salamat, Gid.